Don't worry, Mustafa. Salam from Poland, Mustafa. Day by day, Vakapayanam day by day. Mulgade Shippe Friendship Da. A very happy friendship day to all of you. Evening, friends and dear guests. I welcome you all to the first meeting of Vellore Toastmasters Club. It gives me immense pleasure declaring the very first session of what I consider to be the series test match. We are competing against ourselves here, who hit the glorious half a century, the New Year's, the day of tomorrow. Means intend to reach the next milestone in the moment to come. Going ahead, not all the heroes wear cap. It's in a name, said arose by any other name, but still as sweet. Don't have to necessarily be good at something. I am certain by now you are aware. Where am I getting? Yes, the theme for today's meeting. While our Toastmaster for the day, Toastmaster Manimegalai, focuses the true essence of leadership. Don't forget to keep in mind the turbulent time perhaps makes the best. Now, before we start the session today, let me walk you through the simple rules. Just to, all of us are beautiful. Kindly turn on your camera so that we can gaze upon your beauty. Are you aware that public speaking is more to do with than talking? So kindly put your mic and unmute them only when it is required. Also, may I request you to please abstain from using mobile phones and use the chat box appropriately. Since this is the beginning, as your sergeant at arms, I have taken the liberty to introduce two more new rules today. Yes. And I intend that each one of you follow them meticulously. Please note down the two simple rules. Rule number one, have fun. We're here to have some fun. So groove a bit and let's rock. Make some mistakes. Yes, me right. Make some mistakes. For mistakes are the stones to success. With this, I hand over the further proceedings of the day of our very efficient President, Toastmaster Tarzan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, for your wonderful introduction. It's very pleasure to see you all here and nice to see all the guests. And I am very much happy to invite our new club members, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, Toastmaster Saumini, and Toastmaster Sadhana. I'll be your presiding officer for today. Hope we have a great session today. And I'm very much happy and pleasure to invite our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Manimegalai, to hand over the session.
Thank you, POTM Tamarasi. Very good evening to one and all present here. Yeah, actually our essay has started in a good manner with a good song from friendship, about the friendship. Yeah, kudos to Toastmaster Vijay for that. Yeah, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, what is your motto to join in Toastmasters? Can you tell anyone? Please unmute yourself and tell
I
me
will
why
go.
you join Toastmaster. What you don't know how to spend your time, or you have what you want to make friends? See, I want the real reason why you joined here. Please tell anyone of your unmute and why you joined Toastmasters. So many
I
clubs
will.
are available in the world, but you have to see one.
Shall I tell, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Happy evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I have joined the Toastmaster to develop my skills actually because a public speaking skill is the most important skill. Wherever we are going, even at for an IT field or even for a government field, with our with our public speaking skill, we can able to achieve everything. So by speaking, we can cover every person seriously with a sweet speech and the sweet motive. So I think the very good platform for this is this Toastmaster and nothing else. That's why I joined here.
Thank you, Magalashmi, for your good
No,
initiative.
ma'am.
This is
I'm
Sadhana.
That
sorry,
is
ma'am.
Oh, okay, fine. So actually, the thing is now in Toastmaster, the major two things we can't develop ourselves to, that is the public speaking skills and the leader skill. Now I'm going to talk about the second part, how to lead yourself and how to lead others and how to be an example for others. Further, today I took a title like the leader who had no title, but that is I love this book. The author name is the Robin Sharma. He is the one of my favorite author because he penned down many books. This is my favorite book because this is aligned to our motto. This is aligned to our aim. This is aligned to our Toastmasters. So the leader is no need any title, even no need a position. You can lead even with the student also can lead, the mother can also lead, the wife also can lead, yeah, girlfriend also can lead, etc. So the thing is, you have that motto. I can. That confident, that self-confident itself makes many changes on us, right? Yes, with this thought is actually in Toastmasters, like a book has several chapters, right? So in Toastmasters also, imagine it divided into three sessions. One is prepared sessions where the speaker have the assigned topics. They can prepare themselves with the help of mentors or others. So this is one kind of session. So another category is for checking the speaker's speech, like evaluation. So we need an evaluator to evaluate our speech, right? So in Toastmasters also we have a separate and superb session is called evaluation session, and the third is so very exciting and funny, and all will like or like, I don't know, but this is most what unavoidable session, which is called a table topic sessions. Okay, so these are the three sessions in our Toastmasters as usual. Okay, so please, dear friends, please for that, like, please ask your. I said don't move. That is, don't unmute unless you need. Okay, please mute yourself while others are speech. Okay, then and one more thing, please rename yourself. Then only the others can easily recognize you. Who is you? Okay, what's your role and please rename. The guest can rename with the guest as guest, and the role players or the response can the rename with your corresponding role plays and others. Okay, so with this word, I would like to call our general evaluator. That is today's our general evaluator is Toastmaster Javendran to give us an intro about his role. Toastmaster Javendran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manimegalai. And good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today, I will be a general evaluator, and my role is to evaluate on how the session is carried out. So, to help me with this, I have a tag team, a timer, a counter, and a grammarian. First, I would like to call a timer, Toastmaster Anand Kumar, to brief on his role. Toastmaster Anand Kumar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Devendra. So can you hear my voice clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I am the timer of the day, Anand Kumar. I will be noting down the timing of the prepared speakers, their evaluators, and table topic speakers. Every speaker must be aware of the given time. I will show the timing card in my background. So everyone pin my screen and get ready. Now for prepared speakers, the total timings 7 minutes. The timings are 5 minutes, green card, 6 minutes, yellow card, 7 minutes, red card. A buffer of 30 seconds given. If anyone exceeds, they will be disqualified. For evaluators, total timings 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I will show green card. 2 minutes 30 seconds, show yellow card. 3 minutes, red card. A buffer of 30 seconds given. If anyone exceeds, he will be disqualified. Then table topic speakers. Total timings 2 minutes, 1 minute green card, 1 minute 30 seconds yellow card, 2 minutes red card. A buffer of 30 seconds given. If anyone exceeds, they will be disqualified. I will be giving my report at the end of the session with the GE calls. Over to the accounter, Toastmaster Raghavi. Thank you.
Good evening, table masters. Good evening, members and guests of VTC Club today. And I'm your R counter. So where do you use us? Only when you need to express yourself, when you are in pain, when you have doubt, yes. But don't use it often. Don't say, I, and don't use the pronouns often. Don't say, I am doing this, I am saying this, I am saying, want to say this often. A, I, and all those filler sounds. Don't fill your speech. We don't want to hear that. We just want to hear your wonderful words just flowing out of you. So as the art counter for today, I'll be taking tabs of all these words. And also don't use repetitive sentences, repetitive words like I know, he knows, she knows, and all the such thing. And don't use the word no often because we know that you know. So over to the grammarian for the day, and I will give you the my R counter schedule when called upon. So over to the grammarian.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Great. Right. Pond's powder, fair and lovely, fair and handsome, Vico turmeric WSO cream. Yes, these are all the things that we usually apply in our faces to improve our glamour. Likewise, tenses, preposition, idioms, and phrases. These are all the things that we usually apply in our speeches to improve our grammar. Yes, a very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I am going to be the grammarian for today. So I'll be keep tracking of the grammatical errors and also the wrong usage of vocabulary that may creep into your speech. And I would also appreciate if there is any good words or good phrases in your speech. And today I have a word of the day, that is sparkling. Yes, sparkling is an adjective which means brightly shining with flashes of lights. So sparkling meaning brightly flashing with brightly shining with flashes of light. So may I have any volunteer to use the word sparkling in a sentence? Any volunteer?
I request you all once again to show your sparkling faces and turn your cameras, please.
Great. Thank you, sir. And over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat, for explaining your briefing your work. And at the end of the meeting, I will be submitting my report. And I wish all the very best for all the speakers and the role players. Thank you, and over to TM Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Elected. Yeah, well, dear friends, actually, what Robin Sharma, in his first chapter, he talks about how to work and influence the people. The third question, just imagine like a superstar. Okay, you don't need to be superstar, but you can imagine like a superstar, isn't it? So what he says now, like if you just think about CEO for Amazon. Who is CEO of Amazon? The great Jeff Bezos, right? So you just sit in your home, just think of you are the Amazon CEO. Yes, you can, because one day you will become a CEO for some other company like Amazon or Subison, something and Season, etc. Okay, because the thought itself makes our work. Okay, what he says now, you have to influence the people with the thought itself is easily possible. Okay, because you have to be self-confident enough. I can be, I will be. So this kind of positive motivation will make you as a leader. So regardless of the question, regardless of the title, regardless of the situation. So this is what Robin Sharma says in this first chapter. Okay, so with the start, next we will move on to the first session, which is called the prepared speeches. Okay, today we have two prepared speeches. The first one is Toastmaster Ritik is giving his icebreaker speech. Because once you break the ice now, you can easily move and take the what you want in this world. Okay, so now the Toastmaster Ritik is ready to break his ice. Okay, so before to call Toastmaster Ritik, now I would like to call his evaluator, our enthusiastic member of that is VTC, that is today's SAA, Toastmaster Vijay is this evaluation. Now I like to call Toastmaster Vijay to give away his intro speech about the Toastmaster Ritik's objective. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manimegalai. Good evening, once again, friends. I once heard a renowned speaker mention all the good leaders are better communicators first. Today, while we are learning to why we do not need a title to lead, but sure we need to learn to speak up first. Icebreaker speeches at Toastmaster an attempt to break their jinx. An activity designed to welcome the all members warm up to other fellow Toastmasters in a meeting. I will for Toastmaster Ritik's speech today. He shall be delivering his maiden speech at the Toastmasters, the icebreaker speech. We inform the following. Well, there are specific objectives achieved at every level in a chosen pathway at Toastmasters. There aren't any specific objectives in an icebreaker speech. In material of the pathway chosen, the evaluation of the icebreaker speech shall be on the general objectives, which are the clarity of the speech, the structure of the speech, vocal variety, the eye contact, and the facial expressions, the gestures of the body and the body language, the audience awareness and audience engagement. I shall try to evaluate Toastmaster Ritik on the aforesaid general objectives and provide with my report when called upon. Now wishing Toastmaster Ritik the very best of luck. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, for your wonderful intro. Yeah, now time for Toastmaster Ritik's speech. Toastmaster Ritik, now you are not a speaker, you are a leader, I can say. because you're going to start your leading journey in our VTC. Very best of luck for your good journey here. Just don't panic. Like I'm very supposed to all my best. Go in your way. All the best. Good luck. Toastmaster Ritik.
Thank you, ma'am. Before I start, sir, Anant Kumar, sir, I'd like to
Yes.
mute you. Can you mute yourself? There's some
Yeah.
disturbance.
Sorry.
Yeah, no issue. And I'd like to share screen also because it's like a PPT. Right, sir. You may start now. Timer. All right. This world is a big jungle. Not jungle, but more of a civilized urban jungle. And life in any jungle is a constant struggle for the survival of the fittest. You either fight or run. I started running when I was 8 years old. School life was pretty rough. Everybody around me at that time spoke in Tamil, and my Tamil was bad. I used to get picked up and was made fun of almost all my school life. What seemed like a Tamil barrier now turned into a communication barrier. I was so afraid of talking to anybody that I became an introvert. So I thought if I get into a bigger, nicer, and fancier school, it would solve all my problems. Turns out I did get into a bigger school. Friends got cooler. Life seemed nicer. Everything about my friends got more fancier, and they did not speak in Tamil. However, they did speak in English, and it was so much of English that I forgot all of my Hindi. Therefore, phase two of my introvert journey continued. Usually, it's very difficult for introverts to go out and make friends. To make one, you'll have to start a conversation, and I'm bad at it. It's grueling task for me. So I was also growing desperate without friends. So I became friends with books. So easy, so quiet, and so accepting. Books became my escapade from reality. Instead of studying physics, chemistry, math, I read Harry Potter, Fairy Tale, and Canterville Ghost. Time passed, and I barely passed out of 12th. To tell you a little bit about me, I belong to a Marwadi family based in Rajasthan. And a typical Marwadi does not find it very profitable to invest in education. Instead, we invest in businesses and spend them in marriages. And I was the only kid from the family to complete 12 grades of education. It became a matter of pride. Uh, since nobody has come this far, I decided to go further. When asked upon the most important question of my life, what are you going to do after 12th? I said, I want to become a mechanical engineer. Now, you may think maybe he is smart or good at studies or, passionate, whatever. But let me give you my reasons. Then you decide it for yourself. One, since nobody from my family has come this far, they have never been to college. They have no idea as to what college life really is. There was this lack of proper guidance. Two, during vacations, I remember watching this movie by Marvel called The Iron Man. Did anybody here see it? Well, it spoiled my career. Period. No fool like a young fool, they say. So I went to college with pretty high expectations. And what I found out, with passing time, college went by, and it became more like a school. Same mugging up, vomiting out during the exams. What I found, I realized by now that Iron Man can only be built in movies, and movies are not real life. So, sorry. So movies are not real life. This I was doing okay with my grades, but somewhere deep down, whatever I was doing was not really fulfilling me. So I started exploring. This is the time I started about exploring myself. I uh, I I would travel to different places in search of something that would fulfill me, and I found out that photography, art, and travel moved me in a profound way. So I became a nomad. I'd travel to different places in search of something. I'd travel with my phone camera, trying to capture these moments and bring art out of it. This would give me immense joy. The 4 years of my nomading career came to an end with me graduating as an engineer. Immediately after college, I joined business to learn the tricks and trades of it. My father sent me to my uncle, who had an established electrical firm in Bangalore. He found out how lazy and lethargic I was, put me in a runner's club at Kaban Park. This was the best decision he ever made. I fell in love with the sport. I mean, literally, it was like a flight without wings. This was the one thing in life I really excelled at, and I started competing. Learning business just became an excuse. What I really learned was how to run better. I was so happy. Seeing this, my mother felt that if he stays in Bangalore any longer, he's not going to come back to Vellore, thus marking end of 3 months to my running career. So in order to put these little bits of my story from here and there into a bigger perspective, I believe in something called the Tarzan's method. And what that means is you are Tarzan. Starting from this side of the jungle, you want to make to the other side of the jungle where all your dreams, goals, and aspirations are. Ideally, there's this straight line, but what you find in life, what I found in life is that this line is a unicorn. It does not exist. Instead, you grab onto whatever the vine you can grab onto and you swing. That vine may carry you in this direction, which does not feel like right direction towards your goal, but it does get you a little bit closer. Then you grab onto other vine and you swing all the way up over here. Still not the right direction, but it does get you a little bit closer to your goal. Then you swing in this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, and you eventually you make it to where you want to be. The beauty of the Tarzan method, the magic of being open-minded in your pursuit is that these unknowns, here's usually you find something that is what your goals and dreams and aspirations are. When I look back at my life, I went to Bangalore to learn business, instead found my love in running. I went to college to become an engineer, instead became a nomad. Had troubles making friends during high school, became friends with books. I was so afraid of talking to anybody during school that I found Toastmasters now to overcome this communication barriers. I've been running since I was 8 years old. I'm tired of it now. I want to stand and find my place in the sparkling jungle of life. I'm Ritik Jain. Good evening, everybody. I'm 23 years old, and this is my message. Thank you. Thank you.
Ritik, Toastmaster Ritik. Great speech. It was amazing. Okay. First of all, congrats for your icebreaker speech. Give him a big applaud for us. What a wonderful speech, I can say. Okay. Yes, give timer, please give 1 minute list for filling us speech reports in way of a Google form. Yes, time is over. I could not view that one.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
I will show green. If completed, yeah.
Yes, thank you. Well, friends, next, the thing is, I would like to say a few other quotes given by the author. Like, as a leader, already I said the first point we should be self-confident, right? Whatever the situation, whatever the thing, we should be self-confident so we can easily crack the situation. The second thing is the leader has to be positive and initiative in his works. Okay, because there are number of unexpected or the conditions or the some situation will come, but who will initiate? The leader has to initiate. No need to be is a boss, is a manager, is a supervisor, or so and so. But the initiation will automatically come in the mind with the thought positive. Yes, I can do it. I must do it. Since this will give certain improvement in myself, that kind of positive will make us a better and better in life. Okay, so see, dear words, dear friends, we are living in a somewhat tricky situation, right? So, what the tricky situation? Can anyone tell me? What's the situation we are facing right now in the world? The world is facing. Yes. One more thing. Suppose someone will ask me, what are the new English words you learned for the last 4 months now? I could say COVID, quarantine, the corona, pandemic, mask. Okay, mask actually, I'm oftenly using that word. Mask. Then what else? What axiometer? Something. Okay. I just.
Hogan.
Yes, please. Please.
Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Now we have a good friend from Toronto, Toastmasters, Abhishek. Yes, he is going to give us level 1 fourth speech. What is the speech title? Any guess? Any guess? Yeah. The title is Invisible Pandemic. Invisible pandemic. Actually, we don't know what is pandemic. Actually, what the things are going around us. What's happening around us? We don't know, right? I think Toastmaster Abhishek will answer. Will clarify our what doubts and thinkings, right? So we are very much curious to listen his speech. Before calling, I would like to call his evaluator TM Tamilarisi to read away his objectives. Toastmaster Tamilarisi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manimegalai. Today, the second speaker is Toastmaster Abhishek. His speech is research and presentation. The main objective of his speech is to analyze the basics and methodologies of the research and to present a well-organized and well-researched speech on any topic. So I will, as a evaluator, I will observe his eye contacts, body language, and facial expressions, and vocal varieties, and voice modulation, like that. So all the best for Toastmaster Abhishek for his research and presentation speech. Over to TMOD, Toastmaster Manimegalai.
Thank you, TM Tamilarisi. Yeah, friends, I can see the VIT clubs are actually the VTC club is sister club for VIT clubs. Yeah, we are always dealing with them in positive way. So, Toastmaster Abhishek, we are very much eager to listen your invisible pandemic thoughts. Toastmaster Abhishek, good luck.
Am I audible? Loud and clear. Thank you. The difference between technology and slavery is that slaves are fully aware that they're not free. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Now, let's go into the life of Sufhas, a 19-year-old boy from Chennai who happened to be my neighbor. A shy, introverted, and a highly dedicated boy entered into college, extremely excited, yet filled with the fear of making new friends. He made his first friend in college, and in due course of time, she became extremely special and trustworthy that he spoke to her day and night, sharing all his personal experiences and grievances. he indeed gained a lot of trust in her and all her friends and became extremely comfortable with them. As everything was going fine, life threw a curveball at him. As the girl he had trusted had leveled false accusations and allegations through social media posts questioning his personality without any proper evidence. Sufhas was extremely proud. He was subjected to abuse, life-threatening calls, and disgusting comments from various different people. This had a devastating effect on his mental health as he was filled with distress, shame, fear, and unbearable anxieties. This was his last day in this world, as the next day he committed suicide by jumping off the building because he could not handle the pressure of abuses and trolls on social media. I'm sure that all of you would have figured out on what I'm talking about. The entire world has been combating the devastating effects caused by the coronavirus pandemic, which has swept across various countries in the past few months. But today, I'm going to talk about a prevalent yet neglected pandemic, which has pre-existed from a very long time and which cannot be prevented with the mere use of sanitizers or face masks. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a major form of online bullying which has been a great threat to the society. It is a matter of fact that 1 out of every 4 adults and teenagers have been subjected to this in various different forms, which may include offensive name calling, which accounts up to 42%, sharing explicit images without a person's consent, which accounts up to 25%, spreading false rumors, which accounts up to 32%. Around 19.2% of bullying occurs through social media and applications. A majority of 59% of teenagers have experienced some form of cyberbullying in their life. Suicides caused due to this global pandemic have also been on a rise and account up to 10% of the overall suicide cases in the world. How many of you here use Instagram? I'm sure that at least 70% of us here use this app. But are you guys aware that this addictive application has been the major forum for cyberbullying? And around 42% of young adults have experienced it on Instagram, while Facebook and Snapchat aren't really far behind. Let us trace back to the story of Sufhas. The type of cyberbullying faced by him is called as dissing, which involves spreading cruel information through public posts or messages in order to ruin someone's reputation. Dissing has also been a major cause for suicides and accounts up to 7% of the overall suicides caused by cyberbullying. Too many facts, aren't there? So tiring. But guys, you know what's the most disturbing part? Only 50% of cyberbullying cases have been reported in the world, which basically means that all that I've spoken about is just 50% of the things that's happening in the world. Now guys, what do you think is a basic necessity in order to be a part of the family of cyberbullies? Don't worry, you don't have to give any entrance examinations or possess a degree qualification. Nor do you have to be physically fit or strong. Do you have an electronic gadget? Yes. Do you have a lot of free time to spare? Yes. Now the most important thing, do you find happiness in abusing and trolling others? Yes. Congratulations and hearty welcome into the extremely honorable club of cyberbullying. I'm sure that all of you are wondering on why am I wearing these glasses while talking about such a serious topic. It is just to prove that I also, like each and every one of you here, have often turned a blind eye towards this visible yet invisible pandemic. But don't you guys think it is high time that we take preventative measures in order to stop the spread of this disease, which often causes emotional and psychological distress? We all should remove these glasses of ignorance and take preventive steps in order to prevent this global pandemic. The first step involves understanding that we are not at fault for being excessively bullied by other people. You and I should not blame ourselves for being bullied by other individuals, and we are not at fault for being victims of cyberbullies. Secondly, we should never shy away from reporting such cases because it is very important that the entire world witnesses such atrocious behavior for few individuals. I feel that each and every one of us have a very important role and have to contribute in making social media maintain its transparency. Because whereas do you think can I be anonymously anyone, yet have no anonymity at all? Over to Diego.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. It was really an informative speech. Thank you for that. Yes, 1 minute silence. Please fill up your the Google form to give comments for Toastmaster Abhishek's speech. Timer. Thank you all for your participation. Well, is next to the leader qualities from Robin Sharma is the motivation and the commitment. The motivation and commitment will recognize you are the leader. Okay, as I said, leader is not your question. Leader is your commitment. Okay, I am the leader. Can lead this situation. Okay, that positive thought will create the better leader in you. Will found a better leader in you. I can say that. Okay, so next is the delegation of work. You are committed in your work. See, you are confident. You are motivated. You have the positive willpower in you. But still, you cannot take all the works I can do this, I can't do that. So you have only the 24 hours as others like. Okay, so the delegation of works. Delegation is nothing but you must share your work to others to get the more efficiency from that work, isn't it? So to do so, today I'm going to call the great motivating leader of VTC, Toastmaster Anandan, the member that is VP membership, to acknowledge today's guest. Please take your role, sir.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'll just go through the members list. I hope I have not left out anything because it's filled with sparkling youths. Kanagavel, Puvarasan, AJ, Anirudsuri, Emmy, Mansi, Magna, Kompala, Prajit, Angeline, Kevin, Abhishek Chowdhury, Akshita, Atulay Biju, Jagdish, Meghana, Pavitra, Philip, Sanskar, Siddharth Menon, Sriya Reddy. welcome to VTC session. I hope you all enjoy the sparkling session and the sparkling activities of each and every speaker and evaluation. And as a whole, I hope you enjoy this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, dear sparkling leaders. Yes, I can say you join, once you join in Toastmaster, now all will become a sparkling leaders soon. Okay, so now we'll have a one poll session. So please take poll. Now the Toastmaster Rahul will show the poll. It will have 10 questions. All are yes or no questions only. You please read out one by one and tick that is the yes or no. Okay. So after the poll, I will announce what will be the results and you please do that. So the first question is, should the leader work by an example? Rahul, I could not view. I think others are viewing.
Ma'am, as for the poll, I'm not sure if it is available on mobile phone. I know
it is available on mobile phone.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Also. Okay,
Okay.
next. Okay, next, please.
We have 4 people who have voted so far.
Oh, okay. Please, please vote the right answer quickly. So timing is running out, please. Next question, sir.
Ma'am, for how long should I keep the poll for? So once the timing is over, I'll just end the poll.
Yeah, couple of seconds. Once you finish, now you just go on to next.
Ma'am, so all 10 questions are visible.
Okay, but okay, fine.
Yes.
But I could not change the next one. Rahul, so can you read out the questions one by one? If you can, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can read. The first question is, should the leader work by an example? We have divided answers there. The second question is, have you gained commitment from your team? The third question is motivation needed for a leader? Fourth one, are you more effective in a group or not? The fifth question, would delegating work to others be the greatest weakness of as a leader? The sixth question, will you accept praising a team member in public? The seventh, will you motivate your team often? Eighth question, managing people is the most difficult part of being a leader. Ninth one, are you ready to lead through changes? And the last one, the 10th question is, are you ready to lead without a position or a title? Ma'am, almost everyone voted, so
we will end poll and disclose the results.
ma'am, I can share the results if required.
Yeah. Yeah. Should the leader work by an example? 73%. Very good. Second question, have you gained commitment from your team? Yes. Amazing. 93% of answered yes. Next, is motivation is needed for a leader? Yes, really needed. 93% of said yes. The fourth question is, are you more effective in a group or not? Yes. Yeah, 93. Again, 93% of answered yes. The fifth one is, would delegating work to others be a greatest weakness as a leader? 86%, almost 87% have answered no. Sixth question is, will you accept praising a team member in public? 93% have voted yes. Next, will you motivate your team often? Wow, my goodness, 100% have said yes to this. Great motivation. Next, the eighth one is, managing people is the most difficult part of being a leader. Yes, this is actually the almost 50% have said yes and 50% said no. Then the ninth question is, are you ready to lead through change? Really amazing. Again, 100%, the complete, everyone voted. They are ready to lead. That is, they're ready to change to lead. It's a great one. Next, the last one is, are you ready to lead without a position or time? Yeah, 87% have said yes. Great answers from great leaders, I can say, right? Yes. This is what the real leader wants, right? Yeah. Dear friends, next session is a very exciting, one of the very exciting session of our Toastmasters. This is nothing but table topic session, right? To conduct this table topic session, now I would like to call the pillar of VTC, I can say, is our is a very motivating leader for us. It's none other than Toastmaster Anandan sir to lead this TTM role. Toastmaster Anandan.
Thank you, Manimegalai madam, for that beautiful introduction of me. Pillar of VTC. Yeah, I'm really a pillar, quite a big, bulky pillar. Thank you. And I'm looking forward, and I'm also honored to be a table topic master. The best thing I like in VTC is to give a speech and to be a table topic master. A rare opportunity where I really enjoy myself, because it's a challenging thing. You have to do a little bit of homework, preparing what to tell, how to tell, who to tell. So I have today wanted the session to be a very, very easy session. I mean, basically, I want the guests, especially the newcomers, new members also to participate. So I have just not gone into a very hard, mind-racking quotes, so that you will have to really come out of your box to talk it out. First, I would like to have some sparkling volunteers, and I would request, I could just tell out the name, but anyway, let me just see what any sparkling volunteers are there. First, any members out of the newcomer members, is there any sparkling newcomer member who was ready to take up this? Because this is the path for you to start your career as a communicator. You can just start talking about what I'm trying to tell you, give you this topic, or you can just talk something related to it or something even not related to it. Nobody is going to tell anything. We are just going to see how you're talking. How is your flow? How is your connections? Yes. Any volunteers?
Sir, Mahalakshmi ma'am is volunteering. She's raised her hand.
Mahalakshmi. Okay. Mahalakshmi, I'm going to give you a very easy one. What people think about you is not important. What you think about yourself means everything. What people think about you is not important. What you think about yourself means everything. Over to you, Mahalakshmi.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes,
Can I
you're
speak,
audible.
sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. So first of all, people think me as a more talkative girl. I don't mind that. And I'm thinking myself I'm a brave and ready to take a challenge to develop me. It is my point of view. It is important thing, but the people think it is not valid. So I'm on the track. I'm on your question, or I'm deviated.
Just carry on, talk whatever you want.
Okay, sir. And other thing is that's it, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, Mahalakshmi, you just broke your eyes. You first gave your first table topic speech, I think so. So anyway, everything starts off, and very soon we are going to see Mahalakshmi sparkling in future with these table topics. I'm sure about it. Any other volunteers, please? Okay, Raghavi. Raghavi,
Yes,
you're there?
sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
I'm going to give you a very good, easy only quote. A donkey carrying a pile of holy books is still a donkey. A donkey carrying a pile of holy books is still a donkey. Over to you, Raghavi.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. A donkey carrying a pile of holy books is still a donkey. Well, it's a quote that we can use right now because you can see a lot of people, especially so-called religious people, politicians, big magnates, who think that whatever they say is going to glorify their terms. They think that they are on a big pedestal, the pinnacle of their career, and they think that whatever they say is gonna be the day, and it's gonna make the people's life better. They don't know what they're talking about because they have not led the life of a common man. They think they're superior to us. They think that other people are really inferior and they're not supposed to be on the same pedestal as them. Example, you can see today's news. There's one person who starts talking and he thinks that he knows everything and anything. And he makes a debate. And in a debate, you think that people are going to be given chances to talk. But no, he sits there and he thinks that he is a well read person and he keeps on talking, and the other people are just following suit and they're just mumbling whatever they come to mind. But they're not given a chance to talk, their voices are not heard, and that's what is happening. No matter where you are, don't think that you're superior to others, because at the end of the day, no matter what you have read, no matter how well you're read, the other person may be equal to you and he might be equal to you. Don't think just because you have that knowledge that you're superior to others. That's what this quote is about. A donkey that carries a bundle of holy books at the end is just a donkey. So it doesn't matter what you have inside you, it's how you behave that matters. Thank you, sir.
That was a wonderful speech, Raghavi. You were just sparkling with points and enthusiasm. Now let me have a sparkling person from VIT. Any volunteers, or should I
So,
name the person?
so three people had volunteered as well. So I'll just be calling them one by one. The First one was Akshita from Toronto. She had asked if she could give a speech.
Okay, Akshita. Akshita, success is doing ordinary things in an extraordinary well manner. Success is doing ordinary things in an extraordinary well manner. Over to you, Akshita.
So during this pandemic time, sir, I've seen my father working from home and how he addresses his colleagues and how he asks them to, go and talk to the clients and, get them answerable for what their problems are and how can they help them out. So one day, I saw him really frustrated. So I went up to him. I asked, like, Dad, why do you look so frustrated? What's wrong? Do you want to talk about it? And the next moment, he had a call with one of his members in his group, and he sounded so calm, and I was so shocked that at one point he was so angry, and at the other point he was just so calm. So I looked up to him and I told him, like, Dad, you were frustrated, right? This person right now, he just made a mistake, and you're letting that person go. You didn't tell him anything. So he told me that Akshita, he tried to, correct his mistake. He went up to the person, he came to me, he said sorry, he tried to overcome that mistake, and yes, he did bring back the client. So that was something really happy for me. He did not bring the whole company as well, but that one client really made a difference. So I'm not looking at a person who's going to bring me all the luck or all the clients I'm looking forward to, but he took one step, he got out of his comfort zone, and he made a difference. So that matters the most. Now success might be something which is really different for people around, but it comes back to you as to how you take that success. It might be one step, it might be 10 steps, but whatever you do, whatever step you take, it should be considered a very grand success because you have come out of your comfort zone and you have turned out to be a better person than yesterday. Thank you. Over to you.
That was a beautiful, extraordinary, and amazing speech. A daughter giving a solution to a father. So that shows how smart, how wise VIT people are. One more VIT sparkling volunteer, please. Ragul, you said a few people were there. Can you tell me another
Yes,
person?
Then the second one was Kanagavel, sir. He had raised his hand.
Okay, Kanagavel is not from VIT. He is from a guest. Okay, anyway, Kanagavel, are you there?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
A very good evening, Kanagavel. So very nice of our guest who wants to join Toastmasters, ready to give a table topic speech. It's very bold of you, very sparkling character of yours. Okay, here it is. I just wanted to make it very simple. What we think, we become. Kanagavel, what we think, we become. Please give your speech.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what we think we will become. It is absolutely true because our thoughts are going to be our things. So, what we think greater, we become greater. Abdul Kalam said, dream big like that. So, we can dream and we can go for work for that dream and achieve that dream. We can think what is our final destination and what is our goal. We need to think and visualization our thoughts. One day our thoughts will become true. Thank you, sir.
That's a wonderful try, a sparkling speech of yours, Kanagavel. Is there any time for me to give one more or is it okay? Timer, please. Ragul, please.
Sir, I think we're a bit short on time, so we'll...
Okay, I close it, please.
Yes.
So I close at the end of this table topic session. I once again thank all the sparkling guests who participated in this table topics. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your sparkling performance on teaching control. It was wonderful. Next, we will move on to our evaluation session. Really, it's very curiosity and interesting to know about the speaker's speech, right? Since leader has to be a good evaluator, right? First of all, he has to evaluate himself or herself to know about what's the positive and negative of the mind and their works, right? Then only they can easily evaluate others' positiveness and improvement point of view, right? Now our leaders, that is the evaluators, they have done their job. Okay, they are ready to give their report. Okay, for that I would like to call today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Devendran, to give us report. Toastmaster Devendran.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So before giving up my entire report, I would like to call the first speaker evaluator, Toastmaster Vijay, to evaluate on Toastmaster critique speech. Toastmaster Vijay.
Am I audible?
Yes, Vijay.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Tired of fighting and deciding to fight. That took my heart away. Besides, I could see the happiness in the sparkling eyes you mentioned about running in Karnataka, Bangalore. Toastmaster Ritik, my God, that was a bold from the blue. Absolutely outstanding icebreaker speech. You took us all on a merry ride of your experiences, and you've done an exceptional job at it. For starters, it didn't seem like an icebreaker speech. You were calm and composed all through. An observation of a lot of general objectives in your speech stands as a reflection of how work you put in. It looks to me that you have been working on each of the objectives meticulously. The Tarzan's way seems to be a very effective way towards life. Further, I'd like to make a special reference of the following. Confidence in your speech delivery was amazing. The clarity with which you laid out the points, the various stages of your life stood out. Tarzan's way, taking something home, that was the icing on the cake. I also want to suggest a few areas of improvements which will enhance your speech delivery to a great extent. My suggestions are to slow down a bit, feel the emotions, and go with the flow. Audiences a time to connect with what you're speaking. Also, a use of some hand gestures and facial expressions will make a very effective speech. And to end, finally, let me take this opportunity to appreciate your icebreaker speech in the real Tarzan's way.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. And now I would like to call Toastmaster Samrasi for evaluating Toastmaster Abhishek's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devendran. Today, Toastmaster Abhishek from Truno gave a sparkling speech. His speech had good introduction, content with conclusion. It shows he was a confident speaker, and his speech had the credibility as and he achieved he satisfied his objective meant for his project, that is research and presentation. And the valuability of the speech was satisfied, that is his speech was a good mixture of information and awareness, and he maintained a good eye contact throughout his speech, and he maintained good body language and hand gestures. And to tell about his vocal variety parameters, the speed and volume are very good, and the voice modulations increased at particular moments. The amplitude of voice also very well, and with a lot of these benefits, I want to add some suggestions for Toastmaster Abhishek. That is, if he adds some humorous and some interaction, means your speech will go to next level. So by summarizing, Toastmaster Abhishek's speech had good structure, good credibility, good valuability, eye contact, and with body language. Over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Devendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manimegalai. And now I would like to call my tag team. First, the timer, Anand Kumar. Toastmaster Anand
Kumar. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Anand.
Yes. Yes, sir. Good evening to all. Now my report is first speaker, Toastmaster Ritik, took 7 minutes, 8 seconds. First speaker's evaluator, Toastmasters Vijay Surana, took 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmasters Abhishek, took 6 minutes, 37 seconds. Second speaker's evaluator, Toastmasters Tamilarazi, 1 minute, 47 seconds. Now we go to table topic speakers. First speaker, Toastmasters Magalashmi, took 47 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmasters Raghavi, took 1 minute, 52 seconds. Third speaker, Toastmaster Akshita, took 1 minute, 41 seconds. Our guest, fourth speaker, Kanagavel, took 42 seconds. This is my report for the day. Now I hand over to the session to the counter, Toastmaster Raghavi. Thank you.
Good evening once again. And it was a sparkling event indeed. And now I'm going to give my report. Team Ritik, for her icebreaker speak, you used I 12 times, 16 times, and 4 times, 7 times, 5 times, so 6 times. And the evaluator, TM Vijay, used 4 times and 2 times, well 3 times, 1 times. And the second speaker, Abhishek, he used I 3 times and 7 times, and there were no other fillers whatsoever. And his evaluator, TM Tamarasi ma'am, used 13 times and 8 times, 7 times, and 6 times, well 3 times. And TM Anandan sir, he used 5 times. And TM Mahalakshmi for the table topics used I 3 times, 5 times, and 2 times, 1 times. And myself, I used and 3 times, 3 times. And TM Akshita used I 4 times and 5 times, 2 times. And TM Kanagavi, he used 3 times and 4 times. And the general evaluator, of course, he also used 4 times and 3 times and 3 times each. And so, as a sparkling occasion, I've given you the report. Over to the grammarian of the day, TM.
Well, I'm back with my grammarian report. So, the first speaker, Toastmaster Ritik, yes, delivered such a wonderful speech. Yes, And he used some great words such as introvert, profound, and to my goodness, he also used the word sparkling. Yes. And also, he used a good phrase, flight without wings. That has some more value on his speech. Congrats, Toastmaster Viti. And moving on to Toastmaster Abhishek, he also used, and before that, um, in his title also, he has a great word, pandemic. So people who don't know the meaning for it, so usually there is another term called epidemic. So epidemic means a widespread of disease upon a community. And coming to pandemic, it is a disease that spreads over the country or the whole world. Yes, this is the difference between epidemic and pandemic. And coming to Toastmaster Abhishek, he also used such great words like abuse, distress, and some other words. And he delivered a great speech. Congrats, Toastmaster Abhishek. And to my goodness, Toastmaster Anand sir, he has used the word sparkling for about 10 times. Oh man, that was so great. And thank you, sir, for that. And coming to the evaluator one, which Toastmaster Vijay sir, so he had no grammatical errors in his evaluation, and he structured his evaluation with some great lines and also with some great words. And after coming to evaluator two, Toastmaster Kamalasi, and she also used the word of the day sparkling, and she also structured the sentence as well, and she also used the word credibility, which is a good word. And moving on to the table topics, the first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, she didn't did any grammatical errors. She delivered a good speech. And coming to table topic master Raghavi, and she delivered a good speech. And she also used the word big magnets. Yes, it is a great simile. That is, we use the word to compare a person with a magnet. Congrats, Raghavi, for using that word. So moving on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Akshita, she used some great words like frustrated and some other, and she had made no grammatical errors. And moving on to the table topics master, table topic speaker, Kanagavil, he was a little bit missed out of tenses, but he delivered a good speech in his first time. Congrats to him. It's very difficult, I know that even following in a prepared speech in tenses, it is very difficult. But coming to table topics, it is so hard to follow the tenses. Even to be honest, even that is for me. So congrats, Toastmaster Kanagwal sir, you delivered a good thing. And over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, tag team, for a detailed report. So it was I hope it was a wonderful session, and everyone has enjoyed. And I hope that something we have learned today from our TM Modi, Toastmaster Manimegalai ma'am, on giving the speech with an excellent topic, and also keeps us engaging throughout the session. So on evaluating, the meeting starts at 4:35 p.m., which was 5 minutes late. So I would like to. So on the next time we have to start on time. And evaluator one, Toastmaster Vijay, had covered all the points on Toastmaster Ritik, and only one suggestion I have is I felt like we were a little nervous, so we can try to avoid that. And second evaluator, the Toastmaster Kamlarsi, has covered all the points on Abhishek, and she had well covered all the points on the evaluation side, and also gave the intro on the objectives well. So Toastmaster Anandan, he had a wonderful topics on the table topics. So on Toastmaster Mahalakshmi started well, and volunteering itself is a great thing, and applaud for that. And second table topics contestant, Toastmaster Raghavi, had a good conclusion on the given time, and also the speech is within 2 minutes, and she had a well structured speech on the particular time. And as well as the Toastmaster Akshita started telling her own story, and ended up with a great thought on how people should come out from their comfort zone. And also Toastmaster Kanagave, first of all, I like to applause for him because as a guest volunteering as a guest for the table topics is a great thing. And moving to the tag team, the timer, you can have some mostly when the speaker speaks, your screen is not popped up, so you can have some bell type, some sounds, so that your screen will be visible, so that the speaker can be aware of what time he speaks. So you can unmute at that time particularly. And also, instead of giving the detailed report, you can say that the speakers are within the time limit, and if the speaker crosses exceeds the time or less than the time, you can mention only those speakers the timing alone. And same as for the accounting, instead of specifying each count, you can say the total number of counts for the speakers. And that's it from my side. Over to TM.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful G report. Well, friends, thank you all for your great patience. Since patience is one of the key quality of a leader. Yes, please tap yours 2 times because you are a great leader, right? So, like the past 1 hour, you are being patient and listening the session throughout. Okay, so yes, we know all got the idea about what is leadership and what are the key what parameters to define your leader and leader in you and find the leadership within us, right? That gives us a great confidence and the next step in our life. Good luck for all you. Thank you for the opportunity. Over to presiding officer, Toastmaster Tamil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manimegalai. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope we all had a wonderful session today. Hope to see you all in the next session as well. And I would like to call our guests to introduce themselves. First, I would like to call our guest, Abhishek S. Chowdhury. Please introduce yourself. Abhishek S. Chowdhury. Akshita Shah.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Actually, I have Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. Introduce yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I am Abhishek S. Chaudhary. I belong to Trueno VIT, and to be precise, this is my 4th session at VTC, and I'll always look forward to attend your session. And today was a very catchy theme. Actually, I've volunteered for TD, but I didn't get a chance, so no worries for that. But I'm looking forward to attend next session too.
Okay, thank you. The next guest, Akshita Shah. Please introduce yourself.
Good evening. I thank you for having us at this session. I mean, as Abhishek said, we have been part of VTC's meeting since I think it's been 2-3 sessions now, and there's always been something to learn out of it. There's always a message towards the end, and I think whenever I'm attending a session, there's something I'm looking forward to, that I will have some points to look back. And that's it. I hope we have good times again, and I hope to be a part of a VTC session soon again. Thank you.
Thank you for your compliments. And next one is a and I thank you very much for all the guests and then our club members for attending this session. And we hope we are expecting for the coming session also. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Over to SAU.
Hello, everyone. Leadership is all about passion. Passion comes naturally. Why would we wait for a name, for a title, for a recognition, to do something which we love to do? Do not let the greed for acknowledgement take away the opportunities that come your way. Remember, true leaders seize the opportunities wherever they find them. It isn't a bad time to do the good thing. And with this, we come to the end of yet another fruitful session at Vellore Toastmasters Club. Before we depart, let me thank one and all for being with us today, especially the guests and our beloved hosts from VI team who never fail to hold our backs. Friends in mind, our friends in mind. Wishing you all a happy Friendship Day once again. Goodbye and good night. Looking forward to see you all soon.